It's week 4 of college football, and I have a ridiculous bet on West Virginia versus Virginia Tech. Okay, so you can see West Virginia opened as roughly a minus 145 favorite, although lines have been moving towards them. As you can see on Pinnacle Sportsbook, which is the sharpest bookmaker, it's the most efficient betting market, so their odds are more reflective of what the odds actually should be for a team. Because they take the biggest bets, it's the most efficient betting market. Their odds are most representative of what the odds should be. So what you'll notice is on Pinnacle, West Virginia, they're already minus 158. Most sportsbooks have them minus 145. So I don't have a play on the money line, but I will say that if I were to lean to bet one side, I'd bet on, just kind of looking at the odds, West Virginia at minus 145 as opposed to Virginia Tech at plus 125. But anyways, I don't have a play on the money line. The play I have is actually going to be on the point spread. So I'm backing West Virginia minus 2.5 on the point spread on FanDuel. I think FanDuel is way off here, and you can see this is a positive EV bet. So if we go ahead and we kind of like click into the point spread odds, what you'll notice is every sportsbook except FanDuel has the point spread at 3, right? FanDuel has it at 2.5. So if West Virginia wins by exactly 3 points, on every other sportsbook, we're pushing. On FanDuel, we would win if WVU wins by exactly 3 points. So this shouldn't be surprising to you, but 3 is a key number in football, right? That's a field goal. So if West Virginia wins by a field goal, like that's a big part of the distribution, given that this is a relatively close matchup. So being able to squeak out, being able to get, minus 2.5 at minus 110 odds compared to having to bet it minus 3 is ridiculous value, and this bet will not be around for long, right? FanDuel's going to update to get back in line with the rest of the market. Clearly, FanDuel's just asleep at the wheel, and they didn't notice that lines were moving towards West Virginia, and the rest of the market has updated to 3. And this is what's so fascinating about sports betting, right? All these bookmakers have different odds, so you can compare them side by side and look for these spots where sportsbooks are slipping up, like FanDuel right now with WVU minus 2.5 offered at minus 110. And if you don't understand why these like value bets matter so much, this is a good way to show it, is when you're betting at minus 110 juice, which you can see right here in an odds converter calculator. When you're betting at minus 110 juice, you need to win only 52.4% of your bets to break even, right? So a recreational bettor on spreads, totals, which are just over-unders, basically anybody, a baby, if you had them pick at over or under for every single game would be 50%, right? The game either goes over or under. The spread is either covered by the underdog or the favorite. So even if you're betting blindly, just throwing darts at a board, you're going to win 50% of the time. And you only need to win 52.4% of the time or more to beat the sports book, right? The pros are winning 55% of the time on point spreads. So that difference between 50 and 55% of the time is the difference between a baby betting on sports, blindly picking over or under for a total, versus a pro sports bettor, right? So being able to find these spots with value where we're getting minus 2.5 when the rest of the market is at minus 3, that's how you get, from winning 50% on point spreads to 55%, and you can actually bet on sports full-time for a living, or at least make money sports betting, right? It's about finding these value bets that actually have a mathematical edge, which are called positive EV bets, right? Positive EV bets. Bets with an edge over the sportsbook. Positive expected value just means, the bet has an edge. So not every bet is going to win, of course, but over the course of the long run, when you're positive EV betting, you're guaranteed to make money, right? You're guaranteed to make money in the long run as a positive EV sports bettor. So we bet West Virginia minus 2.5, 2.2% profit margin. So the profit margin of our bet is $7.26. So $7.26. So I got to go through and update this. Like the Jets won, they actually won today. The Commanders lost, so this is going to be a loss. So I have to go through and update this with my exact profit. The Cowboys plus 7.5. The Cowboys won. So we won 3,000. That was our big bet of the week. We won 2.9 G's on that bad boy. But anyways, we'll go ahead. We'll add this WVU minus 2.5. We staked 330, which was the max FanDuel let me. And this bet is for Thursday. I'll just add. So Thursday's going to be whatever. I'll figure that out another time. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Bet it on FanDuel if you can still get it down. West Virginia minus 2.5, and let's make